Morning everyone, Nick from Meat Smoke Fire here for cook number 42. And it is sunny! And it's even warm. It's not quite t-shirt and shorts, but it is... Sorry, it's been a bit running around like a mad thing getting ready. Yeah, it's not boiling hot, but it's not cold. I don't need a woolly hat like we did last week. It's not -2. I think the camera lady might survive. So, 3 cooks today, as usual. It's going to be a bit tight, a bit rushed, maybe. Well, we'll see. We'll see how we go. So we're going to do Thai spring rolls as an appetizer that I did the week before last, during the week after the last Thai cook, and they were lovely. So I thought, why not share them? Give them a go. They're really good. We are going to do a red Thai duck curry because you asked for it last week. You wanted a duck curry, so that's what we're going to do. And we are going to do some skewers. Lost my track there. We have literally been running around. 45 minutes ago we decided it'd be a good idea for me to have a haircut. Yeah, not pretty, but yeah, how did she do? She did all right. So anyway, on camera today, Helena. So she'll be reading your questions if she sees them. Otherwise, maybe Andrea's on. I don't know. Andrea is on. I'll pass you back. So yeah, do ask the questions. If we don't cover them here, we'll try and track them and do them afterwards. I don't get to see any of the comments because they're all facing the other direction. So by the time we save this at the end, they're all gone. So apologies to Vicky, who has watched practically every one of these, has never had a shout out, and when she rang me this week I sounded a bit vague. It's because I don't see who's on there, but she's on every week, so hello Vicky, you're well, hopefully she's on.
I haven't seen her join yet.
Oh, that'd be funny. Yeah, the only week she's not on and I've given her a shout out.
I might have missed her.
Yeah, anyway. Hope everyone's well. Any absolute stonking hangovers going on, own up, that's the rules. But if not, we will crack on. So we have, and I just need to turn my eggs up because in all this panic they're all a bit, that one's all right, that one's all right. We are going to crack on. So let's go over here. You all asked for a Thai duck curry, so I have, all the way from France, from our last holiday, been sitting in the freezer, so it's got to be a 1.5 years old, a lovely duck breast. Now you could do this with legs, and most Thai duck curries are done with legs, but I do love the breast in the duck curry. So we've got a lovely breast, a lovely bit of fat on the top, and all I'm going to do is score the fat. So we're going to help that render off, and then we get that on the egg. So I'm going to crisscross it one way, and then I'm going to crisscross it the other way. You need a sharp knife. If you want to know how to sharpen your knives and get them nice and sharp like this, just drop me a note. There is a company called IO Shen who do really good knives, Japanese knives, and this isn't one of them. I bought this in Japan, but they do really good knives, but they also do electric knife sharpener, and I know you should do them with a whetstone. I know it's not the best way of doing them with electric sharpener, but it works for me, and it will work for you. So we've got lovely duck breast. You can see we've cut that, so now I want to start to render this fat. So we're going to use this egg sitting at about 200 degrees, so 180 degrees, sorry. And all I'm going to do in here, I've got it direct, I've got a little cast iron pan, and I'm just going to put it fat side down, and I might move it off to one side a little bit because I don't want it to get too hot. But that fat will start to render down, it will start to crisp up, and that's exactly what we want. So you can, if you look in, Helena, you can already see the fat coming out, just coming out. Save that fat, beautiful for roasties. So I'll have to keep coming back to this one. So that's dish number 1, started. Dish number 2, we're going to go right to the far end. So I need to turn this egg up. This will be interesting. Let this get warm. I'm going to do, I'm just going to move a bit of charcoal out the middle. This is a little technique I do. If you pull your charcoal out of the middle and make a little indent, the air can come through that part more easily and it will get hotter. So that's all I'm doing there. So then I'm going to chuck in my wok and I'm going to give that a couple of minutes just to warm up. I want that to be about 180-ish, 200 degrees on here. 20 degrees either way doesn't really matter. I want it to be about that temperature. The bottom of the wok is obviously going to be a lot hotter because it's right down by the charcoal. So I've just opened it up a bit. It will start to rise. You'll see a bit of smoke. Perfect. Now to go with this, this is going to be our spring rolls. So we're going to make the filling. So I have some pork mince that has a teaspoon, roughly, tablespoon, somewhere in between.
That's quite a big difference.
I know that's about three times, isn't it? The recipe is supposed to be a teaspoon. I put a tablespoon because I like it a little bit more salty. So I put a tablespoon of soy sauce in there. So it's sitting in that, soaking that up, which will be really nice. We're going to add to it some shiitake mushrooms. So if you don't know what they look like, I'll show you a packet of them, but they're just they come dried. Let me grab them. They're just over here.
Morning, Vicky.
She just joined.
Yeah.
We've just given you a shout out, Vicky, and you weren't even on. So anyway, it doesn't matter. So you'll have to go back and watch the recording at the beginning. So those are shiitake mushrooms. They come dried. So these are as light as you like, and you just soak them for an hour. I've got them in this packet because I vat packed them afterwards. You suck all that air out. They'll go, they're vat packed and they'll store for months, years in a bag like that. So that's why they're in this. So, yeah.
So Andy, you've just asked where we're located. We're located just outside Cambridge.
Yeah. So we are in Histon and Impington. All of these, any Thai ingredients, I found out we have now a third Asian supermarket on Histon Road. So we live in Histon and the road that comes out of Cambridge is Histon Road. And I found a third supermarket on there that I didn't even know existed this week. So cool. Right, let's see how warm we are. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of veg oil. Oh yeah, it's nice and warm down there, I can see. A little bit of veg oil, and we're going to go in with our garlic.
So for those of you that just joined, this is filling for the spring rolls.
So that is, I'm actually doubling this up. Normally this would make 24, 25 of those little spring rolls. We're doubling this up because we're going to do a spring roll delivery for this evening. So I've got double of everything, but normally it's half a teaspoon of white pepper, half a teaspoon of black pepper. They're going to go in. I'm just going to go, I'll use this one today. And we're just going to start to dry those off. Come on, get going, egg. Let's open up a bit more. Tiny bit more oil in there.
You're not a traitor, Andy, just because you've got a Kamado Joe. We're here to help everyone.
Oh, absolutely.
Inspire people and
yeah, I actually advertised it to with the Kamado Joe hashtag this morning, so maybe that's how Andy found us. So yeah, these are big green eggs, Kamado Joe, obviously not as good, but I would say that. But no, you're welcome. So it all cooks the exact same way. Right, so our pepper and our garlic now cooking down. So now we need to go in with the pork and we need to get this cooked. So normally 120 grams, but this is 240. You might have giggled because for 240 grams of pork mince, I bought 6.3 kilos of pork.
As always.
I went to Booker's, it was sitting there, I had one, it looked at me, it said porchetta, I always say porchetta, Mark's on, he'll shoot me, or Franco. It said, buy me. So we're going to have porchetta tomorrow. Cool, peppery.
Claire can smell from just over the way.
Oh, morning Claire, congratulations as well. Yeah, so pork mince gone in. I've got the lid open so it's warming up. So now we want to go in, everything else really can go in. It says, let's go in with our, so these shiitake mushrooms, they were soaked for an hour and a bit and then chopped up nice and fine. So all we're doing really is just making our filling for our spring rolls. And now I'm going to put in some, this is hispy cabbage. So lots of hispy cabbage. So,
morning, Paul.
Paul White.
Yep.
Morning, Paul in Devon. Have we got Simon on?
No, I haven't seen Simon, but he may.
He said he was coming this morning because he's got a story. So Simon is a friend of mine who's just bought an egg and has had his first cooks this week. So he started with baked potatoes. Great start. And last night was his first pizza night. And he rang me up after having made the dough and all of that. And Simon's not a big cook. So he rang me up after making the dough to have homemade pizzas last night, following my recipe, of course. And halfway through the recipe, there he is with his dough and all his toppings and everything. I'll pull this shut for a sec. And he asked me, what's a pizza peel? So Simon didn't have a pizza peel. Duck, yeah, thank you. That's all right. You can see, lovely and crisped up on the top, loads of fat in there. I'm going to give it another minute or two. I do want this to be really rare, so yeah, so Simon hadn't got a pizza peel. Anyway, right.
Mary, the cake last week was really lovely,
yeah.
Quite different and a lot lighter than I anticipated, so the dough together with the apple worked really, really well. I'll definitely do it again.
This is getting nice and warm now. So in here I have some glass noodles, so and like we did the other week, they're just in hot tap water, so they've been in there for 10 minutes or so. These ones are cooked, so I'm just going to go and drain them.
Oh, hello.
You can stay where you are.
Okay. Morning, Nikki, how are you? Hope you're keeping well. Hi, Lucy. Hi, Joe. Got lots of regulars on this morning. Karen and Steve.
Morning,
your brother and Rach.
Chubby, are you making these chubby for tonight?
Smoking Barbecue, Benny the Van, Sally Red Shoes.
Oh, that's a cool one. Never heard that name. Right, in with our noodles.
Yeah, Mary, I think you could put blackberries in. You just need to squeeze a lot of the juice out. It was quite I was surprised how much juice came out of the apple last week. Morning, Ed.
Ed.
Stoneham.
Oh, morning, Ed. Ed, I will deliver. I haven't forgotten you. I've just been flat out. I'm going in with a couple of tablespoons, teaspoons, tablespoons, soy, bit of salt, and coriander root. It's supposed to be, but we can't get it over here, so I just use the stalks. And there is a bit of leaf in there, but hey.
Morning, Sarah. Welcome. So we've got new fans from Kent watching.
Morning.
Risk It for a Biscuit's on. Monkey Music.
Morning, Rachel. Rachel is Monkey Music. It's my brother's wife.
Steve from Histon.
Morning, Steve and Sandra.
Someone's doing Thai chicken wings. Your Thai chicken wings tonight with some Thai salad.
Nice. So try this. This is epic. So all we're doing now is just waiting until these noodles have softened up the last little bit. I'm just going to shut that for a minute, and then that's our filling done. So I need to get a bowl to put it in. I did bring a bowl, so one sec. Here it is. And I'm going to then reuse. What I've forgotten my oven gloves.
Oh.
We were in a rush this morning. Whose idea was it to have a haircut?
Here, do you want to hold this while I go and grab them?
No, I'll go and grab the gloves.
Morning from Bristol.
Right, sorry, I forgot my oven gloves, but
he'll be back.
You'll go and show people the flowers again, won't you?
We'll go down. Oh, let me go and have a look at this duck. Someone else is doing over the top chili today. No, I haven't even got gloves on today. It's looking good. Okay, so we have got.
So let's flip this duck over while we're here, and we won't forget.
So we need to say a very happy birthday to Chloe Truelove, who's going to be 15 on Monday.
Happy birthday, Chloe.
And
hopefully they're going to treat you to some lovely food.
Well, she's requested smash burgers for tea, made by her sister and cooked on the big green egg.
Perfect. Smash burgers, we love them. We've got recipes for smash burgers up there, so
We've got our
We're not allowed to call them smash burger because there's a restaurant chain called Smash Burger, and so they actually have trademarked the name Smash Burger. Boom!
okay. So Peter from Let's Q's on from Holland,
Morning, Peter.
and
So
Harold.
he's the man who sells me the rotisseries. So shut this. Get the two on.
Sorry, it's not windy. I'm still here. Harold, how were the pork belly burnt ends were amazing. That's good to hear.
Oh, cool. Right, I'm just going to put this in here. I need it to cool a bit before we put it in the pastry. So these will be probably the last thing that we finish with. So it's really difficult to do this facing you and without making a racket using this metal spoon. So, right, there's our filling.
Okay.
I'll just leave that on the top. I'm just going to wipe this out.
Okay.
You come over.
Do you need to think about the duck?
Yeah, the duck is flipped over, the duck is fine.
Okay, excellent.
Right, let's see if I can get most of this out. In fact, I might do it the Chinese way. Let's do it. Let's put some water in it.
Okay, so someone else has done the doner kebab during the week on the
Oh.
Let's Q.
Doner kebab is epic.
We even have running water this week, which was a change
Yeah.
to last week. Morning, Simon. Nice to see you. Nice to have
Right.
you on again.
Okay, that'll do me. So what we're going to do now is prep this, and I'll get another towel and get the last of the water out. We're going to prep this because then we're going to deep fry our spring rolls when they're ready.
So our friends from Bonk & Co have just joined.
Morning, if that's Deborah. Up in Inverness, I put Aberdeen earlier when I put a post up. Right. Still hot. Right, so we have a pretty clean wok. That can go back in. What we now need to do is heat this. Now, sorry, I've just got the thing caught under. I'm just going to get some oil.
I love it, barbecue midday. Because someone has just said, don't tell anyone, but the pizza super peel is back on Amazon. And it's being delivered to a certain person, but I can't actually say who it is, obviously.
Super peel is epic. Okay. Right. Don't be scared. I'm just going in. That'll probably be enough. But don't be scared of deep frying or using oil on your egg. You've got a lid. If you ever have, and I've said it multiple times, and people are still scared of it. If you were going to have a pan fire on here, because you've got the lid out open or the temperature's right up and you're out of control, if that happens, just shut the top, shut the lid, shut the bottom. It'll go out. I've done it. I walked out here and the whole garden was full of smoke.
Sorry about that, Claire.
Yeah, because I'd forgotten I put my wok on and I'd actually left the lid open as well. So don't do it, but just pull the lid down, put a pair of gloves on, pull the lid down, you'll be fine. So
Morning, Cardiff barbecue.
I've done it once. Right, that's our spring roll stuff. So our ducks sounds like it's good. We're going to do our skewers. We're going to have some American champagne. Right, I have prepped these, but the recipe will go online. So essentially they've got some sambal orak, which is a garlic and chili paste. There's some honey in there. There's some soy sauce. There's some fish sauce. All those Thai flavours all gone in there. And then I've just marinated them. And then I've just taken the chicken breasts. You can do it with thighs as well, but I've taken the chicken breasts, put them on the board, and then just run the knife through them that flat ways so that they're really thin, and then cut them into strips. And what we're going to do is we're going to put them on the Let's Q. So, which is a bit hot, but that'll be all right.
So it's actually Rebecca who's on from Bonk & Co, who's Deborah's daughter, and says she's that her husband's absolutely delighted with his meter and Let's Q spit. Thank you very much.
Ordered last week. Anyway, perfect, excellent. So I'm just going to set up the Let's Q. So that's on, that's ready. I've just got the normal spit, but what I have got is a Weber skewer system. This one's from. I've just put a new link on the website. You can buy it from SoCal, which is one of the big green egg resellers. It's not on Amazon. Well, it is on Amazon. It's 20 quid more on Amazon. But
Can I just stop you a minute?
Yeah.
Andy, I saw your little note, you've got to go now. And we do download all of the live cooks to YouTube as well, and you can link them from our website. So if you have to dash, which we fully understand, no problem.
just going to get the duck off before it overcooks.
Okay. So a lot of love for one of our very loyal viewers letting people know about the super peel. People are ordering it whilst they're online.
Fair enough. It's a great bit of kit. Basically, it's a pizza peel with a baking cloth around the outside.
Joe, sorry, don't quite understand your question. Will it work for the Minimax Let's Q? Do you mean...
There is a Minimax for the Let's Q.
No, a Let's Q for the Minimax. I don't quite think that's what he means though. I think he means...
The skewer thing.
Do you mean the skewer contraption?
Yes, it does. The Weber one fits the Minimax. It comes with 2 sets of skewers.
Hang on a moment.
So,
let me just give you a little close-up. That smells amazing.
That is the Minimax skewer. So compared to the others, that's a large in the Minimax. And then these bits on here, I can just move closer together when they're on a Minimax skewer. Make sense?
Have you got a link on your website for those?
Yes, the link is on there. It's SoCal, it's Charles at SoCal who's got those up. So what we're going to do, basically you put the end through.
Sorry, I was getting distracted by the duck sizzling.
And then just put it on like that. This one needs to be moved a little bit further out. So one skewer. And the beauty of these is, and there may be a Let's Q one of these eventually, but there isn't at the moment. When you're halfway through the cook, what you can do is squeeze them and then flip them 180 degrees so that the bit that was on the inside is now on the outside. I'm not going to bother, but so I'll just load these 6 on like that. This isn't so exciting, but
no, let's go back to the sizzling duck because I can smell it.
So there you go.
Perfect.
Those are on. You can't do this with a rotisserie, but you can just pop it on. You've got the handle to lift it in and out, and it will spin. Perfect. So those will take 10-15 minutes.
Okay, we're at 10, just after 10 to 12.
Perfect. I'm going to take this duck out of the pan so it doesn't overcook. I want it to be a little bit pink in the middle. I'll pop it
Obviously not dripping all that fat over my lovely patio.
No.
No.
No. So at the moment, 49. So it is still, and there's, you can see the pink. It's not blood. What is it?
Oh, so
myoglobin.
Okay. Sorry, I just saw Peter's comment. This summer they're coming out with a combi carousel and 8 skewers.
Perfect. So we will have those. Right, we're gonna on this egg now. We're gonna make our Thai duck curry. So we're in with a wok. That's just heating up. I'm doing all right. In with a wok. Oh, exciting news this week. We are going to replace our tables. I've spoken with a guy at a company called Vlaze in the Isle of Wight. We're replacing them with some enamelled stainless steel tables. So we're going to have 3 new ones, and one of them's a bar. So I've spoken with Matthew there. We've got them coming in. They're all on order. So in about 6 weeks we will have brand new tables for the. Sorry if it's getting windy and you're getting a bit of noise, but for all the eggs, really exciting. If you are ever interested in them, give me a shout because I might be able to sort you something out. Anyway, right, let's get this Thai duck curry in. So I'm going to go in with some groundnut oil, a couple of tablespoons into there. Right, let's get all my ingredients out of the way. This is exactly the same red curry paste that we made a couple of weeks ago. So the recipe's already on the website. I don't need to show you how to make it, but it's just a red curry paste. I'm going to go in there with that much.
That was about 2 dessert spoons, heaped dessert spoons.
Heaped dessert. So 3 tablespoons is what it's supposed to have. This isn't super hot, so but it is really tasty. So we'll get that in there. Now what we want to do is fry that off a little bit. So while that's frying, I'm going to open my coconut milk. It says, as the tin opener fails.
So Mary has just asked, have you tried rice barn oil? Good for stir fries. I don't think I've ever heard of it.
No, I haven't. So if Andy's still on, Andy, can you note that down? Rice barn oil. Not heard of it.
Oh, bran. Sorry, rice bran oil.
Rice bran.
Sorry, it was a typo.
No worries. Right.
No, but we haven't heard of that either, so we'll have a...
No. So what we want to do is just, this red curry paste is raw, so it's a lot of shallots, it's got some garlic in there, it's got chilies in there to give it the red colour. So we just want to cook it down a little bit. And to it, I'm going to add a little bit of coconut milk, the thick stuff off the top. And that will help cook it down. So we'll leave that shut for a minute while we go and prep the duck, because this is a really quick recipe. So now this duck is going to be pink, really pink. It's supposed to be because we are going to basically put it in the sauce and it will cook a bit more. So if I have overcooked it, I apologise. But the middle bit should be pink. It is.
I thought you might just lay it on the top.
Could do, but I'm going to put that on at the end. So by cutting up now, it'll let it rest a little bit. It will stop it cooking.
Smells nice.
Yeah. Oh, she's back at it. Hang on, we've got a bit of a runaway here. I'm just going to put some juice, catch the juice. Should have let it rest a little bit longer, but
Gosh.
Bit for the
Stray
chef.
bit.
Right. Oh. If you're just cooking duck, do that. Put lots of salt on it. Oh, it's delicious. Right.
What about your spring rolls? You're at nearly 12 o'clock.
Okay. Do our curry and then we'll do the spring rolls, because they take seconds. So curry sauce nicely cooked now. So I'm going to go in with some peppers. Yeah, just red peppers. The rest of the coconut milk. Now we did this during the week, and I wanted it to be a bit more liquid. After you've cooked it for a little while, there's not a lot of liquid there. So I've got some chicken stock. So, but what we do need to do is start to dissolve some palm sugar. So I'm going to go in with just over a tablespoon of palm sugar, measured as ever. My brother will shoot me. We'll
Morning,
start to melt that down.
Rohan Rose. Morning, Life by the Beach.
Morning, guys.
And James Johnson.
Wow, loads of new people.
Okay, so Dean has just asked, did you put any oil in the pan when you cooked the duck? I don't think you did. Did you just rendered the fat
it will just render straight out of the duck. There's so much fat in duck as it is.
And make sure you keep
look at that pan,
Okay.
there's
You can
loads of oil in
have
there.
a little walk round. So actually,
It's going to be hot.
okay, it's not too bad.
I'll
There's
tip
a
it
lot
in.
of, so we will keep that and use that for roast potatoes.
Look.
So that's out of just
One duck breast.
It was quite a large duck breast. So
Right, let's go. We're going to put some
Come back round.
on that side.
Yep.
We're going to go in with a bit of stock. I'm going to go for half for now. See how we get on. We can always add a little bit more. Give that a mix round. Lovely. I have some kaffir lime that I've just julienned. So there's 3 kaffir lime leaves, and I've got about half an inch of ginger just julienned there, maybe an inch maybe. So we'll get that ginger in.
morning, PJ. Yeah, we're using the big green egg wok
Yes.
for our cooks, and they go with the expander system.
We're going to go in with 2 tablespoons fish sauce. 2 teaspoons, 2 tablespoons. Again, no, tablespoons I've gone in with. Roughly. Get that cooking.
So just to remind, this recipe is already up on the website?
The chicken version of this is up on the website.
Okay.
No, it's not. I've nearly finished writing
Okay.
it. It will be up this afternoon.
Okay.
We're going to go in with about 10 or 12 tomatoes. Just little tomatoes. Oh, that's looking good. And then some Thai basil. So just grab some of the leaves.
I love that.
Oh, the smell is delicious. So just get the leaves in there. I'm just going to have a couple more. Bit of Thai basil. So we've got the fish sauce in there. We've got lemongrass in the paste. We've got the sweetness from the sugar, the palm sugar. That is all good. And now I just need the duck.
And these bags of Thai basil, they always come in quite big bags. So I take the leaves off the stalks
So I'm
and
just
then
gonna pop the
freeze them,
duck in.
and they look and they
Left one bit
work
behind.
really well. Morning, Cornish carnivore.
Wow, loads of new people today. Apologies if you're not new, it's just like, there we go. I'm saying that is good to rock and roll. I'll do a quick taste just to check. Oh, I think that's good. A bit more fish sauce. Tiny bit. I know what's left inside, the lime. Need to squeeze a lime through it. You'll have to imagine that. I'm not going to run in again. So we'll take that off. That can go over to the table.
Do we shut this lid?
Yeah, you pull that shut. Thank you. And we will serve. I'm going to serve one portion, and then we'll get onto the spring rolls because they're relatively quick. And we'll look at the skewers. We've got some Thai jasmine rice now. This should be, yeah, it's still warm.
So Mary has suggested trying to get fresh green peppercorns from the Thai
Yes.
supermarket.
Didn't have any.
Apparently they take your duck curry up to the next level.
They were on the list of things I wanted to buy, but none of the three of them had them this week. So, unfortunately, so we're going to go in with a bit of that. Get my big spoon. Sounds like Mary is a Thai cooking expert. There we go. Let's put that over there. I will garnish with a tiny bit of coriander.
Cornish carnivore, you should have seen us last week. It was absolutely perishing. So I'm actually very thankful for having a little bit of sun today.
Perfect.
Got umpteen layers on, no gloves. It's
Right, I'm just going to move this
been a
out of the way,
while.
and we'll get on with our spring rolls.
So, last thing coming up is some spring rolls.
Let's have a look at our skewers, shall we?
Oh, okay, yeah.
While I'm faffing. Oh yeah, starting to brown up nicely on the edges. You could use a thermo pen to check how far along they are. 74 is the temperature you want for a piece of meat. It's difficult when they're this thin.
So,
Yeah, 71.
as an alternative with the
72.
duck, someone suggested taking the skin off, cook the duck in the curry, and then make duck scratchings.
Oh, you'd lost me for a second there. But yeah, you can't.
He's back on
You
board,
can't
Mary.
not have the skin. The skin is it's like the fat on anything. It's always the best bit. So, right.
We nearly did get into his shorts today, Cornish carnival, but we were running a little bit behind.
Yeah.
We decided a haircut was a good last minute activity.
Why would
Clearly
you do
not.
that? Why would you have a haircut with 45 minutes to go
Anyway,
when you
I think
hadn't
we
got
did a good
everything
job.
ready? That was just plain daft, wasn't it? Where have I left my knife now? It's over there.
So these are
Yeah.
the wrappers that we are going to use.
Yeah, so you can get these in an Asian supermarket. These are the little ones. So these are, I think they're 5 inches. You can get an 8-inch one if you want to do a big spring roll. So they come frozen, so you'll find them in the fridge. You can defrost them, and then the hardest bit of this whole process will just ruin that bag. So I'll have to put them in something else. Oh no, we're going to make them all today, aren't we? It's just to separate them. And so you just got to be careful as you're separating them. They're going to blow away today, aren't they? I'll put a knife on there. We're going to do a couple. We'll get a couple doing, and then we'll go and fry them off. We'll try and do 5, I think. That's what the idea. Stay there, don't blow away. I think it will listen.
There's a pan lid there you could use if you
Yeah.
wanted to.
Put my glasses on, I might be able to see what I'm doing. There we go.
Morning, Glenn.
This bit isn't the best telly, is it? Trying to show you how to separate a pancake wrapper. But
So we've finished the red Thai duck curry. We're just about to prep 5.
there we go. I'll just put that back in the packet as best I can.
Oh, brilliant. Thanks, Bonk & Co. So lots of people have started using, I've ordered some small town brownies deliveries. They're really, really good. So
it's a friend of ours who did a cooking lesson with me, and yeah,
she
Steffi.
set up a little independent business called Small Town Brownies, and yeah, she does them by delivery.
Yeah, quite a few of you got those.
Yeah, so we did a little post for them, and yeah,
Right.
we're trying to get a brownie trail going.
Yeah.
Oh no, that
well,
doesn't
for my
sound,
brother. Yeah.
doesn't sound right, does it?
So no, we sent some to my brother, and on our little card, because she does a personalised message in each of them, on the little card, I need my spoon, we put, you've now got to send some to somebody else. So
Okay,
hopefully
so
they'll send them to somebody else.
So someone, oh great, Steve, Barbecue Reddit, thank you. Joe has said, can I recommend cheeseburger spring rolls? Good burger mince, cheese, mustard, ketchup, and a little gherkin cut through.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Wow. Right.
Sounds good.
So spring roll, dead easy. Get roughly a spoonful of the mix. Get it into the middle. You
Right,
don't
let
want
me
to
come.
overdo it. Yeah, so come in and see that. Okay. So wrap up. Pull it all in. Pull one over the top. Pull it together. Okay. Do a roll like that. Fold the sides in either end and hold them with your finger. And then I've got an egg wash here, and I'm just going to use finger on there to put a bit of egg wash on that bit, and then you just roll them up. That is the first spring roll.
Wow, quite professional. Anyone think you've done this before?
I did about 20 the other day. So and by the way, these freeze, so freeze beautifully, so then you can cook them from frozen.
So morning, Full Fox Smoke and Grill. Thanks for the lovely feedback. Welcome.
So there you go, another one. We're going to do these 5 and then we'll cook them. What time are we at? Oh, we're all right.
You all right?
Yeah. We aim for
About 45 minutes.
about 45, yeah, something like that.
And
So,
then-
just to do it again, put a bit of the mixture in there, about a dessert spoon, pull it over, pull it back so it's nice and tight, do a full roll, flip an edge in, finger in the egg wash on there so it's just eggy, and then just roll it up. Simple. These are so easy, you can get kids making these, which is probably the best thing. So, pull them back, roll, end in, ooh, rush in this one, end in, egg wash.
I think they're fairly forgiving though, aren't they?
Yeah, no, they're super simple. Roll them up and they'll seal themselves, that's the idea. That one probably won't, that was a bit rubbish, that one. Guarantee that's the one that's going to fall apart. If you're going to make lots, put a damp cloth over these because the pastry will dry out really quickly. So that one felt a little bit dry already. So separate them, put them on a plate, but put a damp cloth over the top. Just a little tip. There you go. In we go. Roll them up. I'm going to let that one seal. 5 spring rolls. So now there's a lot more there. We're not going to do them all now.
Need a bit of kitchen roll.
I'll just put it on the edge for now. There we go. I'm going to use the same spoon to pop them in. So I'll take them over on this.
Do we need to think about the chicken skewers?
My oil is going to be a bit hot. You can tell. I want the oil about 180. 214. But anyway, we're going to go with it. So we're going to pop these in.
Hold on.
You ready?
Yeah.
Just be careful as you do it. That's all right. They'll cook a little bit faster, these, because it's a little bit warmer. But if you put lots in, it will drag the temperature down. So don't do them at 180. Set the oil up at 180 and then put 10 or 15 in because it will just drag it all down and they won't cook. But that's perfect. They're working perfectly well. So we just want those to be in there for like 5 minutes now. Right, skewers. Take my thermal can. Oh, let's get those off. They're definitely done. Whoops. Don't even need the thermopen, I can tell that. Should have come back. Got a little plate for these, he says. I'm going to use one of those. I'll try and do it outwards. This isn't going to be the most simple thing to do. Set of gloves on. So, I'm going to take it off. Slightly overdone these while I've been doing everything else. Now, you could serve this directly on some rice. I'm actually just going to put a drizzle. I'm going to put some spring onions over the top. Oops.
Have it as a snack.
Have it as a snack. It's sauteed 2 weeks ago, so if you missed that video, have a look at that one. Apologies if the wind is affecting the sound. It wasn't windy. When it gets windy, we put a sock over the camera microphone. But it wasn't windy until we started. Oops. Oh, they're definitely done. That one's fallen apart. That's plenty. I'll come back to that.
Do you think we need to check those spring rolls?
Yes. I'm just going to do this. A little bit of spring onions on there. And a little bit of shop made, this one. Sweet chili sauce. I think they will be delicious. I might put some coriander on this section. So they've all stayed together. They're all nice and golden brown.
Morning, Sam.
So we will try and get all 5 out in one spoon. Not a chance. Oh, 3, 4. I'll come back for number 5. Now we're going to go for it. Oh, I've lost him down the side. I'll come and grab him in a sec. So you could put them on a plate and drain them. But I'll put them in. Put them in that bowl. I'm going to get that one out. He's only just sitting down there.
Oh,
Yeah. There's my other. Let me grab my other glove. Nearly poured boiling oil on the coal there. Just going to take that out, pop it to one side. Just sitting there.
yay.
We're going to do plenty more, so I'll put those things back in. But yeah, here you go. So this is the Thai dipping sauce that we made, was it last week, the week before? I'll pop these out. I'm going to bite into one and show you. These are, let them cool a tiny bit. So we have Thai duck curry with a jasmine rice. Now, what would be really nice on this is some crispy fried onions, just or sliced Thai shallots, just crisped up and put on the top of the rice. We have Thai chicken skewers with a sweet chili dipping sauce.
Your brother says that reminds me of his cooking.
Of his cooking?
Yeah, this reminds me of my cooking.
Very good. Oh, sorry. And then we have Thai spring rolls. So in with a dipping sauce. These are my favourite. Camera girl doesn't get any. So, sorry. We're done. Chaos. Couple of things to point out. If you're ever cooking with your egg and you've got plastic, don't put it near your egg on a windy day because it will stick to the side and it will make a mess of your egg. So I was lucky there. but I have seen it done. Had something else to tell you. Oh, big green eggs. If you're after an egg, just give me a shout. As usual, big green eggs annual price rise will happen at the end of February, beginning of March. Don't know when, but that's when they do it every year. So if you want to grab yourself a bargain, now's the time to do it. Shipping worldwide has gone up by about 4 times, and so the eggs come from the States. Anything coming in from China has gone up 4 times, so I expect there will be a price rise. If you want to buy anything big green egg, just give me a shout. I can sort you out, but do it before that price rise happens. So end of February, beginning of March. What else do we need to tell people? I think that's it. So yeah, I'll get the recipes for these up. Hopefully next week we're thinking we've got some inspiration from some people. Absolutely hate him. I think he's great. Jamie Oliver. He cooked a chicken pie last night. We were watching him and we thought we might do a chicken pie with a potato side, a new one for us. So we're going to practice that tomorrow to go with our porchetta.
Thanks, Lucy.
Yeah. So if you've got any other ideas of things, and we might do it with some cabbage, because that's exactly what he did, and it looked amazing, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
So we're going to try that. As ever, if you've got things you'd like to see us cook, let us know. We will take just about anything on. So do look back for those new people, look back at the previous ones. We've done cakes, we've done, we did a burger week where we did 5 different burgers and not one of them was a standard burger. We've done a pizza week, we've done all sorts.
Steaks.
Yeah, we've done southern fried chicken, or baked chicken, which everyone
Wings.
loves. We've done all sorts of different things. So yeah, do take a look back at those, but do join us every week. Anything else you want to say? I think that's possibly it.
Thanks,
for this week.
Sizzle Show.
Yeah, so all of this might change a little bit in the next few weeks. There is something else coming as well, so do watch the website. We're going to do a sort of like a story of how this changes. We're going to make this better for the cooking classes when we're able to reopen. Yeah, should be quite excited. I'm excited by it, so quite excited by it. Very excited by it. Anyway. So yeah, look forward to seeing you all next week. We're going to go now and make about 50 spring rolls because we're going to drop them off. We've got a family thing tonight, so we're just going to drive by people's houses and drop off spring rolls. Unfortunately, Chubby and Rachel are not coming to London to drop off in London. But anyway, so you might want to make some or buy some in. Cool. Well, thank you for watching. If you can subscribe to us on YouTube, that would be fabulous, because it will give us other options when we get to 1,000 viewers or 1,000 subscribers. We might be able to then do these live on YouTube, because people have asked, can they watch them on the telly? There's all sorts of options it will give us. So if you could subscribe to us on YouTube, that'd be fabulous. We are at Meat Smoke Fire, all one word. So youtube.com/Meat Smoke Fire. But that'd be brilliant. But thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and if you've got any feedback, just get in touch. Perfect. Thank you guys. Have a great weekend.